Oh, it's such a problem having so many lands, isn't it?
Oh dear. And too many 50s in your wallet and your gold trainers are too heavy.
Right. Sorry.
All right, old man.
Can I carry on? You can't find your godless shrine because it's the really nice Unfinity.
Let the battles begin.
Hello, welcome to MTG Specs. I am Lee and I am joined here by wonderful people from my playgroup. Say hello, wonderful people from my playgroup.
Hey.
This is a culmination of a month's work on the MTG Specs channel, which we're calling MTG Spectacular Showdown. And these are 4 5-colour decks that I've already completed deck text for, so you can check those out after the match. We're going to be fighting each other with Wooburg commanders today, and I'm going to introduce you to my husband Ben, who will tell you all about who he's playing today.
So I am playing my Atogatog deck, which is all about sacrificing everything to cause a ton of damage with lots and lots of combos in the deck as well.
Scary. Very scary.
I'll be playing Omnath, Locus of All. It's the 5-colour version. I'm very excited by this deck. I saw it when it came out and I wanted to build it, so I'm glad that now someone else has built it so I can get to play it. It's a special bowling ball style deck where I'm basically bringing out lightning ball-esque things and trying to hit everyone for really big damage in the face.
Hi, I'm Louie. Today I'm going to be playing Niv-Mizzet Supreme. So this is a spell slinger deck with a lot of choices. There is a multicolored modal spell theme running through it. So there's going to be lots of bouncing, countering, burn, ramp, draw, all the good stuff. And then hopefully, because of Niv-Mizzet's second ability, I will be able to use all the cards in my hand and graveyard with a jump start to have an answer to everything on the board.
It's terrifying. I am playing Tom Bombadil. I'm very excited to be playing this cheerful chap from the Lord of the Rings set. He gets stronger the more sagas I have out, specifically if there's 4 counters on my sagas. He's got hexproof and indestructible, which is amazing. So I'm going for a bit of a Voltron win with him, but also when the final chapter ability of a saga I control resolves, I can reveal cards from the top of my library and put a new saga onto the battlefield. So there's lots of value from sagas. It's used to be a Traxxas. Traxxas out, Tom Bombadil's in, which means I get to use red, which is very exciting. And he's going to crush you all.
Look forward to that.
Great. I'm gonna regret those words, I'm sure. Okay, so without further ado, let's play.
Let's do it.
Play.
Let's roll to see who is going to go first.
I mean, Louie's at a massive disadvantage.
It's not. Damn you.
That is not fair.
Okay, there you go. Right, 8.
8.
Woo!
18.
Okay,
Nice.
there we go. The man with the hair goes first.
Great.
I mean, we've all got hair, but here we go.
Right, I'll start with a draw. I will then go into a Wooded Foothills. I'm going to pay that 1 life. I'm going to sack it, put in my graveyard here, and I'll go find a land.
Okay, I am just going to play a forest and pass.
I am going to play a tap stomping ground and pass.
Nice.
Thanks.
I love that you gave me the really nice stomping ground.
You're welcome.
That's very kind. That's very kind.
I'm going to play a Spire Garden, and I have 2 or more opponents, so it comes in untapped. Pass.
Okay, I'll go untap, go to my draw, play an Arid Mezzet. Going to pay the life, do the same again, go search for a land, and I'll pass.
Wow. Toby's going to die from land.
Fingers crossed.
I'm going to play an island, then I am going to tap them both to play a Sakura Tribe Elder,
Steve!
and then I'm going to instantly sacrifice the Sakura Tribe Elder.
Oh, okay.
Go for
So
it.
it's a basic land,
Okay.
He knows what he's doing.
Not bad for him.
He knows what he's doing.
and then I will pass off to that.
I am going to play spectator seating, and because I have 2 or more opponents, it comes to play untapped. I'm going to tap these. I'm going to play a very swanky looking Nature's Law, and I'm going to go look for an undisclosed forest-based land. And whilst I'm doing that,
Okay,
Yeah, no
thank
worries.
you. I'm gonna draw for turn. I'm gonna play a Silent Clearing. And then I'm going to tap 2, paying 1 life for a black mana to play a Skull Prophet.
I'm going to play a Spire Garden, which enters the battlefield untapped because I have 2 opponents. I'm going to tap 3 for a Dryad of the Elysian Grove. So I now get to play additional lands on my turn.
Sounds like a normal Omnath deck.
It does.
I'm fairly alarmed.
Well, I'm going to play a Nurturing Peat land as my second land for turn.
So I'm going to untap, draw. I'm going to play a Plains. Then I am going to tap 3 and sacrifice the forest to Harrow. And then I've already sacrificed the land, so I'm going to search for 2 basic land cards, put them onto the battlefield.
Oh, he's assembled Wooberg. Bow, 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 bow.
First one.
Okay.
Then I am going to tap 3 and Roiling Regrowth, and I'm going to sacrifice the forest again.
I love the brazen move of casting 2 instant spells at sorcery speed just to get my lands out.
Yeah, and he did that with Steve as well. He's like, I want it now.
Here and now.
I'm drawing for turn. Okay, obviously I enjoy certain cards in decks. I'm going to play a Field of the Dead. Don't worry about it, it's just a Field of the Dead. And then I'm going to tap to join the Dryad of the Elysian Grove Club.
Nice.
Which means I get to play an additional land, and that land is going to be an Arid Messer.
Okay, I'm gonna untap, gonna draw. Let's hope it's a good one.
Never singing.
Always singing. I am going to play a Waterlogged Grove. All of these painful lands. I'm gonna pass the turn.
I'll draw for turn. A Vault of the Champions. I'm going to tap 5. I'm going to send this at you, Ben, just because you're open.
Okay. Take 2.
And I'll pass.
Okay. I am going to play a forest first of all. Pay for explosive vegetation as well. So I'm going to search for up to 2 basic land cards, put them into play tapped, and then shuffle my
It's just a ramp
He
thing.
picked it.
library.
It's a good round. Lots of
I'm
casting.
I'm not going to be able to do anything else after that, so you can
Okay,
go.
I'm going to crack this Arid Messer at the end of the turn. I'm going to lose a life. I've gone for Catch a Triumph, and then I'm going to go to my turn and untap.
Beautiful.
I'm going to draw a card. I am going to tap these for an Eidolon of Blossoms. So whenever the Eidolon of Blossoms or another enchantment enters the battlefield under my control, I draw a card. So I'm going to draw a card. Okay. I do not have an additional land to play for turn. And that means I'm going to, sorry Ben, I'm going to join in with the, you haven't got any defense. So let's hit Ben for 2. And I'll pass to my esteemed colleague.
So can I just confirm, Island of Blossoms, enchantments, drawing cards?
Yeah, there might be 1 or 2 enchantments in the
There's
side.
enchantments in there, isn't there?
Just 1 or 2. Just 1 or 2 for when I start telling incredibly boring stories or singing them.
Okay.
Thanks for drawing attention to that, Louie.
Yeah, it's fine.
Appreciate that.
It's just interesting. I'm going to go to turn and draw. I am going to play a Breeding Pool. That's going to come in untapped. So I'm going to take 2 life for it. And then I am going to tap 5, paying 2 life, 1 from Silent Clearing and 1 from Waterlogged Grove, to cast a Niv-Mizzet Reborn.
Ooh. Another Wooberg commander.
Supreme.
So when it enters, I can reveal top 10 cards of the library, and for each colour pair, choose a card that's exactly those colours from among them, put the chosen cards into your hand, and the rest on the library in any order. Bottom of the library in any order. Do I need to reveal them yet? So hopefully this doesn't whiff. 1. Oh God, all these 2. 3.
Wow. Oh,
Okay,
is that 4?
that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's not too bad.
I'm okay with that.
That's not
not too
bad.
bad.
That's not
I mean, I
bad.
would have to discard anyway, which isn't really a problem with this deck. And all of these will go to the bottom in a random order. Would have liked some land, but
There it is.
there it
By
is.
land.
By land. And that will be my turn. I will go to discard, and I'm going to drop a Dimir Charm, and I will also drop a Azorius Charm.
Right, I will untap. I'll draw for 10. I'm going to tap 5 because I can of any colour. So I'm going to then play Rankle and Torbran. Flying first strike and haste. When it deals combat damage to a player, choose any number. Each player can create a treasure. Each player sacrifices a creature. And if a source would deal damage to a player or battle this turn, it deals that much damage plus 2 instead.
Oh dear, I'm thinking Rankle with Rien is fairly impactful here, isn't it?
Seems okay.
Oh no.
So I'll move to combat. I'm going to... that's a 6/6 flyer anyway.
Sure is.
So I'm going to send Rien and Rankle and Torbran at Lee because of the impending zombie army that's probably coming our way.
Fair, and he's been hit and he's got a flyer, so...
It'll be 9 damage in the air.
Okay. Boing. Oh, thanks, Toby.
That's all right. And get this.
What modes are you going to
Toby's
pick?
for everyone.
I'm the multimodal deck, not you.
Yeah, it's too many choices, really. Well, look, I
Don't
mean,
choose any of them.
I think sacrifice a creature makes sense, so I'm probably going to pick that. I feel like you don't really benefit from treasure because you've got so much land anyway, but you'd benefit from some treasure probably.
I wouldn't
So
I wouldn't say no.
Do you know what we'd also benefit from?
yeah,
Not having to sacrifice creatures.
I can deal with
I
the
think-
sack, but I think a creature would be
sack a
good.
creature and you get a treasure.
And a treasure,
Who
yeah.
can say fairer than that? That seems pretty good.
Oh, so you could have done an extra 2 damage to him as well then?
This is
No,
after.
it's
after.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
One of my subscribers did point that out on one of the deck takes.
Thanks,
for
subscribers.
Thanks, subscribe. I was really played that wrong. So yes, so I'm going to go ahead and say sack a creature and create a treasure,
that. I'm going to sack the Idol in the Blossom.
I'm going to pick the Skull Prophet.
and I'm going to pick Rankle and Torbran.
Okay.
So are we creating the treasure token now?
Yeah.
Ah, thank you.
Treasure
Enjoy.
token for you.
Thank you, that's very kind.
Treasure token for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Treasure token for me. Treasure token for you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so items off.
When Rankle and Torbran dies, Rien will trigger. So I will return it to my owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. So I'll go to my end step and I'll return Rankle and Torbran to my hand and pass turn.
Right, I've got loads of lands and not much to do with them. So I'm going to pay 5 first of all to bring out the Atogatog.
Talk.
Then I am going to also use sacrifice this for green. So that's gone.
I'll have to take it.
And tap the remaining 4, which include another 2 green for Garruk Primal Hunter. But then I am going to instantly use his -3 ability to draw 5 cards.
So 3 loyalty.
Okay. 3 loyalty.
3 loyalty.
And now I'm instantly going to get rid of it to draw 5 cards.
Perfect.
And then once
Set.
I've done
Nice.
that,
Nicely done.
set.
3, 4, 5, and I will pass the turn.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to untap. Draw for 10. So I am going to tap 4, cast the Acrone War. I'm going to gain control of a target creature for as long as the Acrone War remains on the battlefield, and I'm going to have Rien over here. Rien, join me. And then, in this incredibly impactful turn, I will pass.
Okay, I'm going to untap and draw. I'm going to play a Polluted Delta. I'm going to pay 1 life to sacrifice it immediately. I'm going to get a Steam Vents, which will come in untapped. So I'm also going to take another 2 life. Killing myself. Shuffling like an otter. I'll put that there.
Sorry, shuffling like a what?
An otter.
How do they shuffle?
They usually have like a little pet rock that they carry around with them.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
Do they?
yeah, they like rocks. Yeah.
Oh, justice for Lutri.
Exactly.
And then I'm going to tap 5. No, nothing too scary, don't worry. Play an Urban Evolution, draw 3 cards. You may play an additional land this turn.
Nice.
So that's going to go into my graveyard. I'm going to draw 1, 2,
You've drawn a lot of cards.
3 cards, and I'm going to put this Ketria Triome in tapped. So now, I mean, Toby has the most life, so I think it's probably best that I swing at him for 6.
Oh, he'll be joining you on 32.
Go to 32. There you go.
Thanks, bud.
That's all right.
And first turn.
Right, I'll go and I'll untap. I'll draw. Right, I'm going to tap 5, and I'm going to bring out Omnath, Locus of All. I'll pass the turn.
Okay. Tap. Okay, so I am going to pay 1 and a green for a Lotus Cobra. Then I will play a land for turn, which is a command tower, which gives me 1 floating black. Okay, so I'm going to pay. Oh no, I don't need to use that because I've got a floating black. Sausage fingers. Okay.
Oh, it's such a problem having so many lands, isn't it?
Oh dear.
Don't have enough
And
hands
too many
for all my
50s in your
lands.
wallet and your gold trainers are too heavy.
Right. Sorry.
Right, old man.
Can I carry on?
You can't find your godless shrine because it's the really nice unfinished.
Yes, please continue.
Right. So I think I'm going to shred memory, but I want to transmute. Is that right?
Yeah,
okay, I can do that whenever. Okay.
3 to transmit.
Yeah. So
And
I
look for
paid
something
those
with-
and the floating black.
Yeah.
So I'm going to search for something with the same converted mana cost, so 3. Yeah.
No,
Two.
no,
Two.
2. You're transmuting, the cost is 3, but...
Okay. So it's just 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So I've got no idea what I'm looking for. So
Shh, don't tell them that.
Don't say that.
talk amongst
They
yourselves.
don't know that.
Or do I?
Yep,
I'm going to reveal the card that I searched for,
Mm-hmm.
which is the Wishclaw Talisman.
Oh.
So that's going to go into my hand. And then surprise, surprise, I'm going to play it. Okay, so it needs 3 wish counters. Can I have a dice?
I
please?
will pass you a dice. Enjoy.
Okay.
Remember who passed you that dice? It was me.
I'll remember who just spoke over me. So I'm going to pay 1 and remove the wish counter. And I'm going to tap it, search for a card, put it in my hand, then shuffle, and then an opponent gains control of the Wishclaw Talisman. So
begins.
while I search for a card, maybe people could tell me how lovely I am.
I'll start. I've been married to you for 7 years. That's it. That
Reason
should be
not
it.
to.
You have to go home with me later?
I gave you a treasure and I made you sacrifice no creatures.
I don't beg.
very true.
I'm not as desperate as these 2.
I would love a Wishclaw Talisman.
I would also love a Wishclaw Talisman.
I will give it to you, Toby, if you don't send anything at me
Okay.
on your next turn and it comes back.
Okay, I'm just gonna counter here and say that one of the creatures on my board is going to get quite big, potentially, and I won't send it at you.
No, I'm going to give it to you, Toby. Okay. Have a talisman. Here you go.
It's got to wake up with me tomorrow.
I don't. That is going to be me done. Yeah.
Lovely.
Okay.
Okay, I'm untapped, I'm drawing a card, and after my draw step, I am going to tick this up to Chapter 2, which says until my next turn, creatures your opponents control attack each combat if able. I don't know why that helps me out, to be honest. I just think they're all coming at me now, not them giving you permission to do that. Okay, that's happened. I'm then going to play a Reflecting Pool as my land. And then I am going to cast the Horus Heresy. When it comes into play, I'll put a chapter 1. For each opponent, gain control of up to 1 target's non-legendary creature that player controls for as long as Horus Heresy remains on the battlefield. So I'm going to take the Lotus Cobra and this Dryad. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to keep up my defense and pass.
Okay, I will untap and draw for turn. I'm going to play an expressive iteration. So look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them in his hand, one on the bottom, and exile one of them. Ooh.
Don't like that sound. Don't like that sound. Did you like that sound?
Yeah, it was interesting.
Oh, good. Okay.
I'm going to put this in my hand.
Do we see them?
You can see the exiled card. It's a General Ferrus Rockrick.
Okay.
And the other one is going to go at the bottom of the library. So this is sitting in exile. I'm going to play a Grove of the Burn Willows. And I think I'm going to cast Rockrick. So hexproof and mono-coloured. Whenever you cast a multicolored spell, create a 4/4 red and white golem artifact creature token.
You have to attack this turn.
Oh, I have to attack. So, okay. So I'm going to swing Niv-Mizzet at EU.
I'm going to block with Rienne.
That's kind of what I was hoping you'd
Okay, I'm going
do.
Do you have a response?
I'm going to sack this treasure for a black mana, playing Supernatural Stamina on Rienne. Okay. So until end of turn, it gets +2/+2, and when it dies, return to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control.
I'm no longer the owner.
There you go. Thank you. Seems good.
That's,
All right.
yeah, me.
I'm going to untap for turn, get to untap my Rienne again. Got this little Wish Claw talisman. It's all great. So I draw first. Then Omnath will trigger. It's a heroic intervention.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Got the jump on you now. I think what I will do, everything has to attack, and that will include Rienne, right? Because it's just creatures your opponent controls.
Yeah, it will. Yeah.
So everything's got to attack. I'm going to play a Sacred Foundry, paying 2 life, and then I'm going to pay white, white, red, red, and cast this Japanese card.
Oh no, that's really bad. I really wish I hadn't played the Crown of War now.
Very, very good card.
Oh.
So let's do some out some of these blockers.
Sorry, what is this card?
Yes. So
creatures
attacking creatures I control get double strike. I think it's just I control, and not everyone.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Kill him.
Why? I mean, there are other players at this table.
Yeah, but these are horrible.
They are, but they'll be gone soon. This will be gone next turn. This will be gone. Yeah, then I'll be left with a board of nothing.
When they go.
Not next turn. You get
Maybe go for the combo player.
Play with the most life.
No, I think we said if I gave you the wish claw,
No,
you would leave.
sorry, that wasn't even a consideration.
That's very true.
You were very safe. Right, gonna go to combat. It's all coming at you, Lee. You made them attack. That's what's happening.
Made my bed.
Yeah.
So you've got a flying 5/4. Omnath technically getting a +1/+0 from Rienne as well, and they'll both have double strike.
I'm going to block the. I'm going to block Omnath with my Dryad of the Elysian Grove, and I'm going to have to take the 8.
It will be 10.
The 10. The 10. Well, you know, I'm being beaten by my own deck building, but you're astute playing, so well done. I'm going to take the casual 10 down to 20, lose the Dryad, and yeah, that happened.
Boom, baby.
So then, as promised, I'm going to tap the Stomping Ground, tapping the Wish Claw talisman. I'll be removing a wish counter from it. When I do that, I'll search my library for a land, and then an opponent will gain control of it. Not a land.
No,
Any card.
A hand. I'll search my library for a hand. I'll
search for a land if you like.
Please search for a land.
So I've chosen a card.
Okay.
And then the Wish Claw talisman will return to
Thank you very much. First thing I'm going to do is use the talisman. So I have done that. I'm playing Valakut. It comes in tapped.
It's a combo piece. Get rid of it. No, I'm kidding.
In this case, it's not.
Well, no, it is. It's a huge combo piece.
In this case, it's not. I'm going to give the Wish Claw talisman to someone, because that's now gone, because I've found my card. I'm going to give it to who wants an artifact. Is it going to negatively impact me in any way if I give it to you? No. Okay. Pay 3 for my Sarcatog.
What does that do?
Remove 2 cards in your graveyard from the game. Sarcatog gets +1/+1 until end of turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going to sacrifice the Saga-Tog to Atogatog.
Okay.
So it's now it got +4, so it is a 5, 6. So that is now gone, that's sacrificed. It's a 10, 10. Right, it's got to attack, so Lee, it's going to come. Oh, is it going to come at you? Or is it going to come at Louie?
I am on 20 life at the moment.
I know, that's what I'm thinking, yeah.
I don't know what is about my personality where everyone wants to hit me all the time.
It's not like you built decks and you invited us all along to play them.
I know, and this is the thanks I get. But Louie's got mana open, that's my only concern.
Have mana open.
That is my...
I have mana open. He's got mana open.
treasure.
Okay, I'm going to send it at Louie.
Okay, well, I will respond to that.
Okay.
Potentially. I'm going to tap 2 and sack my treasure. 2 cards. Play a Quandrix command. Ooh. Choose 2. Return target creature or planeswalker to its owner's hand. That's what I'm going to do to that.
Okay.
And I'm also going to put 2 counters on General Rorik.
Okay, so can I do Momentous Fall in response to that? Yeah. Okay, so I will Momentous Fall it. So I've gained 10, and then I'm going to draw 10 cards. Okay, so that is gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he has gone back to the command zone, and I'll put 1 on him. He's going to discard all of these cards here. So I've discarded Kadama's Reach, Fantatog, Forest, Island, Reflecting Pool, Plains, and a forest and a forest. I am going to do one more thing. So I'm just going to cultivate now.
I'm going to untap. I am going to draw for turn. After my draw step, my chapters on my lovely sagas will go up. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to order the triggers so that I'm drawing 2 cards for these creatures that I control but do not own. So I'm going to draw 1, 2 cards, put them into my hand, and then each tapped creature is now going to deal damage to itself equal to its power.
Niv-Mizzet is dead.
Omnath will die, and so will Rien. However, Omnath can come back later.
I sacrificed the Acroan War because it reached the 3rd chapter. I am going to tap blue, black, green, red, and use the Reflecting Pool to tap for white to cast Tom Bombadil. Insert Tom Bombadil singing now. I'm Tom Bombadil. Thank you. And who are we? I'm just going to chill here and pass to my esteemed colleague, Louie.
Lovely. I'm going to play a Windswept Heath.
Nice.
And I'm going to pay 1 life and do this now. I'm going to go grab a forest or plains card, and it's going to enter, tap it. I'm going to tap colorless and a red and a blue. And I'm going to play a Riel, the Everwise.
Ooh, what does that
So
do?
she gets +1 for each instant and sorcery in your graveyard. There's a few. And whenever you discard 1 or more cards, for the first time each turn, draw that many cards. That will trigger General Ferrous Rockerick, because it is a multicolored spell. So I will get a 2nd Golem. This one has Summoning Sickness. I'm then going to go to combat. And I'm going to send the General and the Golem at Ben. Okay. Ben, that is 5/3 and a 4/4 coming at you.
Okay. I cannot do anything about that. 9.
I'm going to pass.
Lovely. I'll draw for turn. Okay, so I'm going to reveal the card that I drew, which was Entreat the Dead. And I'm going to cast it for its miracle cost, as it's the first card I drew this turn.
Cool.
So I'm going to pay 2 black and something else, which will be this. To pay X equals 1 and return this target card from my graveyard to the battlefield.
Okay.
Then I'm going to pay 3 for a Mimic Vat. Nothing's forced to attack.
No.
This guy, is it other creatures, or he'd also get double strike if he went?
Attacking creatures.
Great, we love that.
Yeah.
My Japanese is a little rusty. So I guess I hit Ben because he's on. Oh, but then he comes down to 30 life, and then everyone's like, "Oh, Toby's looking like a target."
Yeah, they will. Yeah.
What? So you keep hitting? So you keep hitting this person?
I think you should do it. He'll come down to 28, which would be the same as me.
Yes, that's true.
Sure, it's coming at you. So,
so what is
it's a 3/3 double striker. So it'll be doing 6.
Okay. There we go.
That's it. I'll pass the turn.
Wow, look everyone, Toby's got the most life. He is now the threat.
So I'm going to pay 1 and a black for the Prismatic Omen.
Yes, it is a prismatic omen.
First thing I'm going to do is play a land for turn, which is going to be a Terramorphic Expanse. Now, because of Valakut, that's going to deal 3 damage to someone or something.
I've got a good idea. General Ferocious Rockets is making all the 4/4 golems. Yeah. But open mana. Let's not forget open mana.
Yeah, I will do it to the general.
Okay, so I will respond with one thing first. I'm going to tap the Waterlogged Grove and the Spire Garden for a red and a blue. And I'm going to cast an Izzet Charm. So there's a few triggers on the stack there. The mode I'm going to pick is draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. So I'm going to get a second Golem. I'm then going to draw 2 cards, discard 2, and then I draw another 2 from Riel. I'm going to discard a Limdoll's Vault, and I'm also going to discard a Simic Charm, and then I'm going to draw 2 cards from Riel.
I play the Swamp that I got from the Terramorphic Expanse, so I can deal 3 damage to something else. Let's do it to this double striking.
It would come back at the end of the next end step.
Oh, will it?
To his hand. To his hand, yeah.
Okay.
Which is still valid.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
So it will die, and then the re-entry will go on the stack.
Okay. So I am aware that there is some open mana, but I'm going to try this anyway. So 7. So I think I only need to pay 2, including 1 red, for a Blasphemous Act.
Oh
no!
Oh my goodness.
Any responses?
How much have you paid for that?
I only had to pay 1 and a red because of
there's a lot
7
quick-
creatures
yeah.
out.
I can't believe I got rid of those spells. That was cool, yeah. I have no responses to that.
Then my fiendish plan worked with regard to Louie wasting mana row.
Yeah. You definitely.
Okay, in that case, I will lose these, but they came from
Lotus Cobra was mine.
there, so they go into your graveyards. I also lose Tom Bombadil, who goes back to the command zone.
Riel is gone, and the golems are also gone.
Okay.
Well.
I would like to
Oh yeah.
potentially grab something with my Mimic Vat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to just grab the Dryad of the Elysian Grove. It's going to get exiled with Mimic Vat in response to it dying.
Okay. And I don't think I'm gonna do anything else. I think that was enough.
So at the beginning of end step, then the Bladed Historian. I think that's his name. Will return to my hand. Blade Historian.
And then I'm just gonna pass to you.
Thank you very
All
much.
that open mana.
Well, there's no point bringing this out because his saga's about to resolve.
So smart.
I will draw for 10, and then the aforementioned saga will resolve. Here it comes, everyone, starting with me. Each player's going to choose a creature and destroy each creature chosen this way. I can't do that.
I'm so sorry.
You took this from me.
Well, I knew it was coming.
Completely acceptable. Okay, that goes to the graveyard. My board is now treasure and some land. I'm going to play this Sacred Foundry untapped. I'm going to lose 2 life. That's going to trigger Field of the Dead, and I'm going to create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Then I am going
The aforementioned zombies have arrived.
which
They're a
is
little
not-
late, but actually a good time because they came after a Blasphemous Act. So.
I'm going to do this and this. Okay, so I need to tap this for white.
Can I check what land entered the battlefield this turn?
Yeah, it was this Sacred Foundry which I paid 2 to have come into play untapped. That's fine. Well, as you should. This island and this forest to cast Tuvasa the Sunlit. So where she gets +1/+1 for each art enchantment I control. Oh, and whenever you cast your first enchantment spell each turn, you're going to draw a card. So I am going to cast an enchantment, and that enchantment is going to be, no surprise here, a Saga, the first Iron games. Right. Chapter 1 says create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Come on, board. Look at that. It's got a board now, everybody. It's very exciting. So I get this lovely 1/1 soldier, and there we go. 1/1 soldier. I get to draw a card off of Tuvasa the Sunlit. That's it for me. Pass turn.
Cool. I'm going to untap and draw a card. I'm going to play a Casualties of War. So I'm going to destroy the Valakut,
Nice.
Tuvasa, the Mimic Vat,
Yeah.
and I feel bad totally decimating your board.
You should feel bad about it.
So I think the enchantment's got to be that land thing, even though that's probably... It's just because I feel bad, so that... I know, I know. How nice is that?
You know in Telltale games where it says, they will remember this. Then we'll remember this.
And I think for now...
I'll forgive you.
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool. I'm done. Thank you.
Untap and I'll draw.
Oh, Tuvasa, you weren't here long.
She's pretty good.
She
She was the scariest threat on the board. Scariest creature on board.
I'm going to tap 6 and play into counter magic a Bolas Citadel.
Oh, where's your Casualties of War now?
Sorry. I'm going to tap a blue and a green to play a Decisive Denial.
Yeah.
Oh, Louie.
Well, that was a lovely turn. I'll pass over to you.
Let's see what we can do.
The problem is this now. I am a bit worried. It's just the not knowing with that.
Play your planes first of all. I'm going to pay 5 for a Karmic Guide. So it's an Angel Spirit, flying, protection from black. When it enters, I'm going to return a target creature card from my graveyard to the battlefield. So the Sarkatog is going to come back.
He's back again.
Now I'm going to do the remove 2 cards in the graveyard to pump up the Sarkatog. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I'm going to pump him up to a 7. Then I'm going to sacrifice the Sarkatog to the Atogatog. So that's a 14, is it? Yeah. Fling it. And I will sacrifice the Atogatog.
You're going to deal how much damage to someone?
14. That's going to come at you, Louie.
Okay, so that's 14.
That's such a you play. I love that. You're like, I'm doing it now. Oh my word, that's scary stuff. I'm going to draw a card for 10. So I am going to add a law counter to my Saga. It goes to put 3 +1/+1 counters on target creature you control. I will be placing those counters onto my zombie. He's now a 5/5 zombie. What a big boy. My word. Very exciting. And then I am going to do this. This is for the table. For the table. Just trying to engender some kind of table spirit. Do this, a swamp, and this for colourless. I'm going to play the Trickster God's Heist. And I can exchange control of 2 creatures. Have a 1/1, and I'll have your karmic guide. Then I am going to. These aren't the things you expect to do. Field of the Dead. Strange how it's had an influence in this game. I'm putting Ancestral Mask on my zombie. He gets +2/+2 for each enchantment on the battlefield, which means he's a 5/5 and then +4/4. So he's a 9/9. Wow. Oh, okay. Hench zombie. That is a big zombie. Okay. I'm going to go to combat and swing this at Toby.
The bowling ball player.
Yep. I've got Karmic Guide to block with. 9 damage, Toby.
Yeah, Toby, where's your balls this game?
Well, they're stuck in the alley.
I wish.
After combat, I'm going to play Caves of Golios.
Nice.
And I'm going to create another zombie. Here comes the zombie. Because of Field of the Dead. Lovely jubbly passing.
Okay, I'm going to untap and draw. Okay, I tapped my land so I don't have to lose any life. Thank God. I'm going to cast Niv.
There he is.
Flying hexproof from monocoloured. Each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard that's exactly 2 colours. Press Jumpstart.
Pretty good.
What does Jumpstart do?
I can discard a card and I can select a card in my graveyard. I still have to pay its mana cost, but I can use that instead.
I would like to know what's in your graveyard, Louie.
Of course. Where should we start?
Okay, time lapse.
So this is my creature graveyard, and this is my instant and sorcery graveyard.
Okay, your second hand.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not growing my hand.
Have a little look then.
Yeah, of course you can.
Azorius Charm, Dimir Charm, Quandrix Command.
Okay, so there's card draw, there's looting, there's small counter spells for non-creature things, and there's also hexproof protection and indestructibility. There is a bit of pretty much everything in there.
Wow.
But the counter spells are all, you have to pay a certain amount, they're not hard counters, so just keep that in mind. Actually, there's a hard counter for a target artifact or enchantment.
All right, I will go to my turn. I'll untap. Going to pay 5. Franklin Torbrand.
Hey, here they are again. Oh no. Oh, Louie. And what will you do?
What are you, yeah,
Smart
what are you planning on doing with that?
With that Franklin Torbrand.
Yeah.
I wonder.
I was thinking of creating a treasure token because I'd love some blue. That was it, really.
What about the sacrificing bit?
Well, what's it worth to you?
I won't kill it.
You won't kill it.
And I could fully support this. Do you support this? We're not going to lose our creatures.
I say kill everything.
Yeah, I will choose not to sacrifice a creature and instead create a treasure token if you don't kill it.
Cool.
If you do kill it, I won't do anything.
Yeah, it's not being killed.
All right.
Okay.
I will then go to combat, and I think it's got to come at you, Ben.
Okay.
So flying first, strike and haste. It is just 3/4. When it deals that damage, I'd like everyone to create a treasure token.
Well, thank you very much.
I am just going to play a land for turn. So I'm going to pay 5 for Corvold.
Hello.
Fakehurst King.
I'm sorry, what?
So when he enters the battlefield or attacks, sacrifice another permanent. So I'm just going to sacrifice one of the lands that I've tapped. Yeah. Okay. So I'll use
This is good
9. The whole arm.
You sacrifice the treasure, obviously.
Okay, yeah. So that's gone there. I'm going to sacrifice the treasure, so that is now gone, which means Corvo will get another +1, and I will draw. And then I think that is me done.
Lovely jubbly.
Lovely. Then I will untap my lands for turn.
Sagas.
Come on, Sagas. Tales as old as time, as Angela Lansbury would have said, or sung. God rest her soul. Okay, so, she was one of my heroes, so.
Sorry.
How dare you laugh?
There's only
Angela Lansbury.
there's only a few gays in this group.
Can you guess who they are?
Really love bed knobs and broomsticks.
Exactly.
So it might be Toby. please leave a comment. No, don't. I'm not encouraging that. Okay, so I haven't drawn for turn, so I draw for turn.
Hang on, you need to...
Oh, thank you for that. There's a reason I married you. So I'm going to allow that to die. Okay. Enjoy the corpse of your card. I'm going to draw my card for turn, and then I am going to add a law counter to each of my sagas. I'm going to order it so that the first Orion Games goes off first, and I'm going to draw 2 cards because I control a creature with power 4 or greater. Love that for me. And then I'm going to exchange control of 2 target non-basic, non-creature permanents that share a card type. But I don't think I've got any options apart from exchanging treasure.
Non-creature,
Non-basic, non-creature permanents.
I would love if you could nick an island from someone, but you can't get a basic island. So, you know.
Oh. Okay, I'm going to swap the steam vents with this stomping ground. Swap those 2. That was very nice of me. Would that be remembered?
It will be remembered.
I've enabled.
And Louie will be remembered.
I'm not setting terms. I'm just going to let you go. Let your moral compass guide you.
Sure.
Kill one of them 2 first. Moral compass. Kill. Okay, so then I'm going to play a land for turn, which is the Hall of Heliod's Generosity. Nice. I can tap it for colourless, or for 1 and a white, I can put target enchantment card from my graveyard on top of my library.
It will now be known as Hall of Louie's Generosity.
Indeed, it also gives me another zombie. So, pretty happy about that. Zombie army for the win. Tom Bombadil zombies doesn't mash up well for me. It's a tale you could tell.
Tom Bombadil.
I'm then going to... Don't ever say that again.
Zombie tribal.
Zombie tribal, 5-colour zombie tribal.
Tom Bombadil. Yeah. Can I make that? Can I feature that on my channel? I'm doing it now. This is Tom Bombadil. It's happening.
What did you say again one more time?
Please never say that ever again. Oh, I love that so much. I'm going to tap these 4, and I'm going to cast the Time of Ice. First and second chapters are tap target creature and opponent controls. It doesn't untap during its control. There's untap set for as long as I control Time of Ice. I'm going to tap Corvold.
Why are you not tapping this?
Because you've got a Corvold. How is that even?
The logic is you've got a Corvold in a sacrifice deck. This could be huge. Yeah, I'm sticking.
Sorry, but you haven't got a leg to stand on that one.
Yeah, as someone who regularly plays Corvold.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not understanding how good it is.
Give me a second and you'll see that everything's going to be fine. Okay. I'm going to tap these and sacrifice the treasure token, one of them for blue. I'm going to cast Estrid's Invocation as a copy of Time of Ice and tap down Niv-Mizzet.
So this is tapped, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will put, unless you've got a response, of course. I've just forgotten that your response central.
Yeah, I do.
What's your response?
Sorry. So I'm going to discard an Escape to the Wilds.
Okay.
To attempt to cast a Quandrix command, which is the modes I guess I have to choose, or counter target artifact or enchantment spell, return target creature or planeswalker to its owner's hand. I'm going to return that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
So it happens, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, unless anyone wants to save me. No. Why would you? So that goes to the graveyard because it falls off the zombie, and the invocation has a fizzed. Oh, that was brutal. Okay, I think that's everything I can do on my turn.
You have a zombie you can attack with.
I'm going to pass.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tap that, and I'm going to tap this green, and I'm going to cast a Witherbloom Apprentice. I'm then going to go to combat. I'm going to send Niv-Mizzet at you because you hit me with that big Atog, so it's 5 damage.
That's commander as well, isn't it?
Revenge.
I'm going to pass.
Excellent. I will untap. I'm going to tap my newly acquired blue, white, red, green, and I'm going to pay 2 life for Omnath, Locus of All. Then I will tap 2 for a Lightning Greaves.
Yeah.
Does it resolve?
It does.
And I will go to put it onto Omnath. Does it resolve?
Does it resolve, Louie?
Thanks, Louie. Big fan, big fan. So I'm going to go to combat, and I'm going to send it at you, Ben. So it's just 3 in the air. And then I will choose any number. So Saga Create, no, I'm joking. Create a treasure token, and that's it. That's it, once again.
Thanks for the treasure.
It's a group hug deck, who knew? Omnath with his big arms.
Who knew?
So bad.
Right, there you go, 2 treasure. And on that, I'll pass turn.
Okay. I will not untap my Corvold. I'm going to play a Ghost Quarter.
Which is a... Oh, no, you... Yeah. Ghost Quarter. No!
What does Ghost Quarter
It
do?
destroys a land.
Yes, it
Or, hear me out, it gets rid of anything else.
There's only one land that
Destroy
needs to be
target land,
destroyed
yeah.
here.
Yeah. Well, great. I've got a couple of juicy lands here.
This is a classic example of I don't think there's any cards like that. I'd have to go and fetch a basic land and I wouldn't have one.
Okay, I need to do some.
Calculated move.
So don't get rid of steam vents.
I need to do some maths now. So don't talk to me. Okay, we need to insert those symbols just floating around, and a little clock. Ding dong ding.
It's the countdown clock.
Just got the withering look from the husband.
Ding, 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 ding. He can't give me the withering look.
He will and he can.
Oh dear.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
don't worry about
So the first thing I'm going to do then is sacrifice the Ghost Quarter to destroy Field of the Dead.
Field of the Dead is destroyed.
Good move.
And then, do I get to search for a basic land?
You do, yes.
I don't have any in my deck.
So I'm going to pay 3 for a Atogatog.
Oh, it's another Tog.
Another Tog. So I'm going to sacrifice the treasure,
Yeah.
which will trigger Corvold. So I've got mana floating.
Yeah.
I'm going to draw a card. I'm just worried that Louie's got so much mana open.
He's got counter spells and all sorts going on. I think I saw one you have to pay 2, and one you have to pay 3. Is that right, Louis? So if you held up 3 or 2...
Yeah, it's why I paid the life for Omnath more than anything, so I had 3 mana open. That was the main.
I'll do it because it's not going to impact you, Louis. Okay. So I'm going to Rite of Consumption. So I've got the floating and the black. So I'm going to sacrifice Corvold. So it's going to deal damage equal to the sacrifice creature's power to target player, and I'm going to gain life equal to the damage dealt this way. So he is a 7/7. He's gone. Gain 7 life. So up to 24, and then I'm going to deal 7 damage to Toby because you've got the next highest life total. And I've already blown up your Field of the Dead. Then, if it's going to resolve, I will then Faith's Reward and return to the battlefield all permanent cards in my graveyard that were put there from the battlefield this turn.
That's clever. That's really clever.
Corvold's going to come back.
Corvold.
That's going to stay there, but Ghost Quarter will return as well.
Nice.
Oh!
Very good.
Okay.
Okay.
So I need to sacrifice another permanent because Corvold has come back in. I am just going to sacrifice. I don't want to sacrifice any more lands at the moment, to be honest. I might just sacrifice the soldier.
Okay.
Okay. The last thing, it's a very long turn, is a Timeless Witness. Ooh. So I'm going to return a target card from my graveyard to my hand if it resolves.
Really? Is that what
I fully support this.
I don't have any creature counters.
I'm going to return Rite of Consumption.
Oh, good.
Okay, all done.
I'm going to untap my lands, and before I draw, I'm going to tap Hall of Heliod's Generosity. I'm going to tap this and white to put the Estrid's Invocation back on top of my library. And then I'm going to go to my draw step and draw this card. Who knows what it is? Who knows? Now, after my draw step, each of my sagas is going to go up by 1 law counter. So I've got a tap something down with Time of Ice. I've got a target player loses 3 life and I gain 3 life, and I have a create a gold token. So I'm going to create my gold token. which I prepared earlier. I'm going to have the wonderful Louie lose 3 life, and I'm going to gain 3 life because of his impenetrable wall of spells. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to keep.
This is hexproof and mono-coloured.
Great. I'm going to keep Rankle tapped down, even though he was the treasure.
So he goes
You know, our sugar daddy on the table, but
Fair enough.
okay. And then made some enemies here today. This is going to be sacrificed, and this is going to be sacrificed. This for blue, black, another colour. I'm going to play King Narthi's Betrayal. If it resolves, each player will mill 4 cards, and then I'll be able to exile a creature or planeswalker card from each graveyard. I'll be able to cast them.
Yeah, for 2 turns, and then they go. Right, well, it resolves for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so milling 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have... Oh, you got some stuff there.
3
Gale.
and 4.
Is it from those 4 you can exile something?
No, it's make exile a creature or planeswalker card from each graveyard, so whatever's in the graveyard. I'm going to start with my graveyard, and I am going to exile Calyx Destiny's Hand. And from Louie's, I'm going to exile Niv-Mizzet Reborn. And from yours, Brienne. And from Ben's, oh, can't guide, clearly. Okay. Lovely. Okay, and then I've got 4 mana open. I'm going to tap these, and I'm going to sacrifice the gold for blue, and I'm going to attempt to cast Ester's Invocation.
Yeah, I mean, I think that can resolve.
Lovely, thank you. It's coming into play as a copy of Time of Ice, and I'm going to be tapping down with a blue. Yeah, let's get some more cards out of your beautiful stack here and attack you with these zombies. I don't know if you've got any responses to two zombies coming in.
Okay, I'm gonna tap 5, and I'm gonna cast a Lore Hold command. I'm gonna do 3 damage to any target, and target player gains 3 life. So I'm gonna do 3 damage to one of your zombies, and I'm gonna gain 3 life.
Which zombie would you like to kill?
You can choose what one you want to keep.
This one.
Okay.
Oh, I want to keep this one.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to sacrifice a permanent and draw 2 cards. I'm going to sack the Wishclaw's Talisman.
The Wishclaw,
and
yeah,
draw 2
amazing.
cards. With a Bloom, Apprentice will trigger, so you'll all lose a life and I'll gain a life. And so that's 2 damage. Untap. This untaps, this doesn't. Draw a card. So I'm going to tap 1, 2, losing a life. And 3, and I'm going to play a Gutter Snipe. I'm just going to do one thing then. I'm going to discard this for a blue and a red, and I'm going to cast a Expressive Iteration. Okay, so there's going to be 2 triggers here. With a Bloom command's going to trigger, so everyone will lose a life and I'll gain a life. Gutter Snipe will trigger, so everyone will lose 2 life. I'm going to exile the top 3 cards. That's going to go at the bottom of my library. This one's going to go into my hand, and I'm going to exile this one. I'm going to play the Dreamroot Cascade because I haven't played a land for turn yet. Then I'm going to pass the turn.
All right. I'll untap everything except Rankle and Torbrand. I'll draw a card for turn. At the beginning of my pre-combat main phase, I'll look at the top card of my library. I can reveal that card and put it to my hand. Fortunately, it doesn't give me any mana. It's just an Exo screen. Right. I'm going to pay 4 for a Mr. Orfeo, the Boulder.
Oh, okay.
Whenever you attack, double target creature's power until end of turn. I might as well do the thing the deck was built to do, right? So I'm gonna I'm gonna tap 2, sacking the treasures for red, for a Blistering Firecat, which has trample and haste. At the end of turn, I have to sack it. So I will then go to combat, and I am going to swing it, and it will get doubled to be a 14-2 trample and haste.
Oh my word! To die to your own creation.
I feel like
You feel like it would be a waste to send it to me, you're right.
it would get blown up. So I think, what have we got? You're completely...
Yeah, I'm completely open and I completely understand.
You're completely open. Or if I send it to you, then you would have to lose some things. You could sack some stuff.
I could pump up the Atogatog and then sacrifice that to pump him up even further.
That is true.
I like Lee, and he brought us all here today. It's going to be Lee.
No, finish that thought. Finish that thought.
So I'll send a 7/1, which will then get doubled by Mr. Orfeo into a 14.
Only there was a beautiful, handsome saviour across from me. No, is there not? Could you move so I can... Oh, there's no one behind you. What's going to happen is I'm going to take 14 damage.
Excellent.
And I'm going to go like this.
And before I die, at least my deck did what it wanted to do once.
Totally. I completely understand.
So true. Yeah. Right, and then I'll go to my end step and I will sacrifice this.
Now, 3, is that a healthy life total or...?
It's probably a pretty bad life total with Louie casting spells.
I'm just, the reason, look, I would try and like knock you guys,
game's got
but
to end.
I just need to, I don't know what he's going to do because it's unpredictable, so that's why I'm holding it open.
On your end step, Toby, can I sacrifice the Ghost Quarter to destroy?
It's the 1-2 punch.
Well, only because I want the cool fold
You're
trigger.
supposed to care for me.
I want the cool fold trigger. Is that okay?
I still don't think
Yeah?
that... Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
14 to the face.
So that's gone.
And his response is...
I'm gonna
"I
draw
want
a
the
card."
trigger." Okay, goodbye, Hall of Helios Generosity.
Then I will untap.
Wow. Oh, I'm dead to you anyway. Nostradamus.
You should keep me around, Louie, to help with the Atogatogs.
You should keep me around, Louie, to help with the attacks.
You can't stay around. I'm sorry, but you've got no open mana, and I've got 3 every time I cast something. I'm really sorry. Toby might be able to.
I am going to play a land. It's going to be a World Tree that comes in tapped. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove 10 cards from my graveyard to pump up the Psychotog +5/+5. So he is now a 6/7. Then I am going to sacrifice the Psychotog to the Atogatog. That's going to be a 12. 13. Yeah. So that's going to go.
Cool.
So pump that up and draw a card. So I'm going to pay 5 for Charmed Resignation.
Whoa!
Here we go.
So
No, that wouldn't.
no.
So I'm going to discard an invasion of Ravnica, which is a battle, and I'm going to pay 2 to cast a Dimir Charm to counter target sorcery spell. It is sorcery, isn't it?
Yes,
yeah.
it is, yes.
So there's 2 triggers. Gutter Snipe will go off everyone lose 2 life, and Wither Bloom will go off everyone lose 1 life.
So, what's happened in my first ever game with the 4 decks I created, I have died. So what you need to do now is hit subscribe. just hit subscribe.
'cause.
Oh, and like, and also comment and do all those things because I am now out of the game and I'm like Dr. Frankenstein.
Okay, next.
Killed by his own monster.
So next.
Move on quick.
Then I'm going to tap 1 black for Right of Consumption. So I'm going to sacrifice the Atogatog, which is 12, 13.
Yeah.
Is that going to resolve?
So you're sacrificing it to do damage to...
Target player.
Yeah.
So this gets sacrificed
Yeah.
and goes back to the command zone.
Yeah. So nothing has happened though, it's just sacrificed.
Because that's the third time.
Here you go.
So does the Cool Roll trigger then happen?
The Corval trigger will happen, absolutely.
Okay.
So then I just need to decide what I'm doing next. I'm going to discard a Branching Bolt
Okay.
and play a blue and a white to play an Azorius Charm. So creatures you control gain lifelink until end of turn. So that's on the stack. With a bloom, a principal trigger, so you'll both lose 1 life and I'll gain a life. Then Gutter Snipe will trigger and you'll both lose 2 life. Then I'm going to tap, I might lose it here, annoyingly, 2 treasures, or sack 2 treasures to play, I'm going to discard this Deafening Clarion, which is a sorcery. this is Aura's Charm is exiled, sorry, to play a Decisive Denial. So target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. So I'm going to have Niv-Mizzet fight the Timeless Witness, and from that, with a Bloom Apprentice will trigger, you'll lose a life, I'll gain life, and then 2 from Gutter Snipe.
Hi Toby.
We died the same way.
Then Niv-Mizzet will attack yet, so I'll gain 5 life from that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's it. And then that will right of consumption will resolve.
Okay, so it was a 12, was it?
It was.
Okay, so you're going to lose 12 and I'm going to gain 12.
Yep, that's
Okay,
right.
so that's
1, 2, 3,
gone.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Is Corval big enough almost to kill?
Here's 8, and it's got.
Does it come out?
It's got that.
Well, yeah, but it's still only.
It's got
5,
lifelink until end of turn.
Yeah.
Sorry, so 12, so 23. Okay, what next?
Yeah, you've still got mana open. That's exciting, and yours is.
I don't.
Oh goodness me! Can he close out the game?
You've got just your flyer.
Flying 5/5.
Yeah, so I think I will just send it at you.
Okay. So I have to block, otherwise I will die.
Yeah.
So yeah, this will die, and I'll gain 5 life.
I think that's. I'm going to stop there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Stopped.
Yeah.
Oh my god, with all that open mana.
Now you know how it feels.
Oh my god. What do I do? I think that it's probably best we just try and do this. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to overload a Mizzet's Mastery. I will exile all of the cards in my graveyard at once, and I have to choose the targets for all the copies, and then they will all go off. And that would trigger Gutter Snipe and with a Bloom Apprentice every single time.
How many are there?
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
There is.
Okay, I don't think I can do anything in response to that.
So just with the Gutter Snipe triggers alone, that's 24.
Yeah, I can't do anything. Yeah.
Well done, Louie. Great job. Great job. Amazing job.
Good game, good game.
You did very well, very well.
And thank you, Lee. That were great.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. I lost to my own decks, which is mixed feelings. It's great that I lost to my own decks, but also I lost. If you're interested in these decks, I have done deck techs on the channel, so please have a look at those. And if you want to see more content like Commander gameplay and box openings with my friends, and there's going to be a bit of Husband Brawl stuff coming up as well, make sure you subscribe. Check out those decks and...
Oh, it was so good as well. Sorry,
right.
I turned that
It's
one
all
on
right.
silent, but
It's all right, I'll get some smiling faces in and then I'll just finish.